body, work my body, work my body, work my body, work like work like work like work like work 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 my body, work my body, work my body, work like.
Remember how we recently did a true people search for Taylor Tibbs and focused on the age 27? That comes up and play a lot with these missing women, but it pulled up a phone number that we don't even know that she had, but it pulled up the profile of Thomas M. Bowers. And it brought up multiple different Facebook profiles of these women that appear to be Chinese, scantily clad in sexual provocative poses. And it was multiple accounts were created real time. I mean, I was finding them minutes after they were being created, as luck would have it. And you can see some of these women here, you know, in dresses, whatever. A lot of times they're in sexual poses, I guess you could say, provocative poses. And at first we thought that was Taylor Tibbs. I'm not sure I believe that anymore, but here's all these people right here. And it was between 50 and 100 different fan pages. If you go to pages and you look up the name Thomas Bowers or William Bowers, you'll come across all these profiles, and everybody had two pictures, but it was a different name when you scrolled down to the bottom, which I thought was very weird. And not every single picture was of a Chinese young woman. Here you can see a different woman here on one of the profiles that he created, and this was posted March 8th. Here it was a pop music star wearing a blonde wig. I can't remember the name, but if you reverse Google search it, you'll find it. That was posted May 19th. Here's another young Chinese person. And then we found William Bowers here with pictures of this man, which further threw us off. This one says 4 friends. This one says 48 friends, yet pictures of the same guy. And we were told by somebody who rents under him, because he's a landlord, that he's not tech savvy, that he's computer illiterate. And when we put the number into Cash App, it pulled up his profile here and the name Sophie Bauer underneath it. Now, we were told from the person who rents under him that Sophie is just the name of his dog, and that this woman actually said she had to beg and plead him to get Cash App because he didn't know really how to use anything, and that's how she could pay rent to him. And at first, I was playing off the name William, and I thought maybe this is Wild Bill, the serial killer that attacked in the 80s and the 90s and killed a lot of young women. And here you're looking at posts right now of a guy with 2 different Facebook accounts, Ben, RTSN, and Mike, WTSN, threatening young women. And in every post he says, more young women will die. Just like that 27-year-old in the fire that I did or whatever. And he's claiming responsibility for that fire on Market Street, where the other woman lost everything, including her 2 dogs, and the other woman died. And he keeps saying it. More young women will be dead long before they arrest me. And he was looking up addresses of women. Well, as of right now, I don't think Thomas Bowers is the guy doing these fake accounts and killing women or threatening to. I think somebody's stealing his identity is what I'm thinking. And whoever is creating these Facebook accounts, I think there's some kind of a tie into Chinese human trafficking is what I'm thinking. Now, if you remember, at the 1st of November last year, a massage parlor was shut down at Southgate Plaza here on South Parkersburg. We're going to hear from WTAP now.
And new tonight, a woman in Guernsey County has been sentenced for her involvement in promoting prostitution. Lee was sentenced by Judge Patton in the Guernsey County Common Pleas Court to 20 months in prison for her involvement in promoting prostitution. On October 26, 2022, a search warrant was executed at the former business Sophie's Relax Massage by detectives with the Guernsey County Sheriff's Office, Homeland Security Investigations, and the State Medical Board of Ohio. Throughout the investigation, the business has been shut down, and the individuals associated with it have been formally charged or sentenced.
Now, I don't know if you caught that or not, but Sophie's Relax Massage. Well, could Thomas Bowers have named his dog after a woman who ran a massage parlor? Could it be a coincidence? Maybe. It could have been. Sophie's Relax Massage is actually in Cambridge, Ohio, which is an hour's drive to the north on Interstate 77 in Cambridge, Ohio. But what's even more strange about this is when that massage parlor was shut down, BB's Massage was shut down in Parkersburg at 2 different locations, on Pike Street there and also on Emerson Avenue, and also a location in Marietta, Ohio. But Parkersburg had more trafficking going on, is what the police were figuring out when they went undercover. So you see the location here, 242 Pike Street. That location was shut down at Southgate Plaza, and I thought that was just weird that it was called Southgate Plaza, because it was also Southgate Plaza up there in Cambridge, Ohio. So it's just more weird things going on. I mean, I don't get it. It was on Pike Street and Southgate Plaza here, but then it was Southgate Plaza in Cambridge. So you make it make sense. I can't do it. Now, from what we're understanding, the massage parlors were all independent of one another. They weren't owned by the same people. Now, you have to understand, in China, this is probably accepted behavior as far as human slavery is concerned, because it's a communist country. But when you move to the United States of America, and I don't know if they're over here legally or not, but people are supposed to be free. You're not supposed to be slaves, and it's even worse when it's tied to prostitution. That's a felony. So the reason they come over here at once, independent of each other, is because they see money, and they want to capitalize on that. Now we're going to highlight some tips on how you can spot one of these illegal Chinese massage parlors in your own backyard. So this list was taken from Deliver Fund, an organization committed to stopping human trafficking in massage parlors. And it's not an all-inclusive list, but we will go ahead and break it down for you. So obviously any sexual or erotic services are provided or they advertise on illicit websites. The providers are wearing very little clothing. They refuse to service females. You have to buzz in to get into the business. The providers are not allowed to handle their own cash. They speak very little to no English. The providers are living in the parlor. The windows are completely covered or blacked out. Providers are transported to and from the parlor together and live in the same location. Providers are there for short periods of time. New providers show up weekly or monthly.
Work my body, work my body, work my body, work my body, work my, work my, work my, work my, work, work.